My name is Vivian Milzarski. I'm the Associate Librarian Librarian for Collection Development and Electronic Resources here at the Mount. I have to forget my promotion. Barbara Petrozelli, our director, is one of my cohorts, as well as Evan Merkhofer from Division of Natural Sciences. So I'll go ahead and introduce iROC, which is Investigating Research on Campus. It's our series to highlight faculty, staff, and student research. Today, we'd like to welcome all of you. We are going to keep a participant list for anyone that's trying to get FYE credit. And we will have emails if you would like to be added to our email list. We can do that as well for community members. So I would like to introduce James Phillips, who is an associate professor in the Division of Arts and Letters at Mount St. Mary College. He holds 2 master's degrees, an MA in theater education from Emerson College, and an MFA in directing from the Catholic University of America. His bachelor's degree is in theater, radio, television from Morehead State University. James has worked from coast to coast as an actor, director, and sound designer. He's a founding member of the Capital City Improv and Théâtre de la Fleur Commedia troupe. Last fall, James gave a solo performance of Every Brilliant Thing at the Mount and at the Ritz lobby in Newburgh, which was wonderful. For several years, he performed David Sedaris's The Santaland Diaries, including at the Railroad Playhouse in Newburgh. Recent MSMC theater productions directed by Professor Phillips include The Wolves, Labor's Lost, Tomfoolery, Oh, the Humanity, and The Laramie Project. Please welcome Professor James Phillips.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate all of you that have come out. It's a big list. And not all of you are just little black squares, which is also nice after a semester of teaching to the black void of Zoom. So I appreciate that as well. So what I'm here for today, in late spring, going into early summer, it became pretty clear that we weren't going to be able to do a traditional fall production. This was shortly after the spring production had gotten canceled when the school went to all online. And so I was trying to figure out, well, what can we do to keep something going, both for myself and for some of the students and then eventually the alumni. And so I got in touch with 6 other, 1 student, 6 alumni, and pitched the idea of, hey, do you want to write 10-minute plays about our current times? I really left it wide open. Other than that, I did want it to somehow connect into what we were going through. Now, this was late spring, so this is not really election season. If I ask them today, my guess is I get 7 plays all about the election. But at that point, it was really about quarantine mostly. We all remember what New York was like in those early days. And you can see how that experience has really filtered into their work. So today I've got 4 of the playwrights. Rebecca Ferretti, she just got married, so I gotta make sure I get her correct last name. Jessica Romanello, Lauren Roberts, who also just got married. I had 2 different names when I started this project, and then myself as well. And along with that, I think there's about 10 actors today, but all told, we've had about 20 people involved in this project. Originally just the playwrights, and then when the school year started, I put out a call for volunteer actors and got some students, some alumni, and 1 faculty member that volunteered to help us develop these plays. If you've ever written anything in dialogue, it's really helpful to have other people read it out loud. You can hear it in your head one way, but to actually hear those words spoken by someone else makes a really big difference. So the actors have been a really important part of this development process, and they've been kind enough to volunteer their time today to come and read a selection of these. The goal is Eventually, we're going to produce the 7 of these works. Whether it'll be in the spring or not is not really determined yet, and probably not entirely up to me anyway. But whatever the next MSMC theater production is, it's going to be these 7 one-act plays. So without further ado, I'd like to just jump right in, and we're going to read all 4 of them and then take time for questions. If you have any questions as we're going, please use the chat. Vivian has been kind enough to offer to monitor the chat. So feel free to post any comments, post any questions on the chat, and we'll catch up with those when we're done with the readings. Our first play is by Rebecca Ferretti, and our readers are Amanda Wright, who'll be playing Elizabeth, and Thomas Sullivan, better known as Sully, who'll be playing Mark, and I'll be reading the stage directions. Rebecca, do you have anything you want to tell us before we get started?
Not really. I mean, this is from the point of a COVID bride, which I am. So just keep that in mind.
All right, thank you. Readers, if you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. I, Elizabeth. Lights up on Elizabeth, late 20s, sitting at the table in the kitchen with stacks of envelopes and a glass of wine in front of her. From the living room area, a first-person shooter game can be heard blaring from the TV, where her fiance, Mark, sits playing.
Honey, I could use some help over here. I'm starting to lose track of which envelopes I put inserts into.
I was such bullshit. I was shooting at it the whole time until I died. Yeah, fine. Start another round.
Babe? Hello? I could use some help with these.
Oh, sorry, boys. Never mind. The wife needs me.
He shuts down the console and TV, makes his way over to Elizabeth, and sits across from her.
I love it when you call me your wife. You know, I am really, really tired of having to do literally everything for this wedding. It's like you've already given up on it ever even happening. I'd love to sit around all day and play video games too, Mark, but I still have to work and somehow plan everything for this wedding that could very well still happen.
I don't want to be unemployed, Liz. I didn't ask to be laid off. I applied to at least 10 jobs a day. And guess what? No one's hiring. I'm non-essential. You're marrying an unemployed, non-essential, 29-year-old failure who was sat home for 3 months playing Warfield with his fellow 29-year-old loser friends. And guess what else? I didn't ask for a virus to come crashing through our wedding plans, through our lives. And I certainly did not ask to be stuck at home with a bridezilla whose big day might not come when planned. No one in their right mind would ask for that. I haven't taken a breath of fresh air without fear of contracting something in weeks. I haven't made a real living in weeks either.
I know you didn't ask to be laid off, and you didn't deserve that. I know how much you enjoyed your job and how hard you work. And I know how hard this has been for all of you. I'm sorry. I've told you this before. You are not a failure. There's a global pandemic going on. Please don't be so hard on yourself. It's hard for me too, you know. I have to somehow work from 9 to 5 all day and cook and clean and plan a wedding, all from the same 800 square feet. And even though you're occupying this same 800 square feet day in and day out with me, I feel like I'm in this apartment alone. I'm not sorry for holding on to hope for this wedding. And I'm definitely not a bridezilla just because I'm asking for you to help stuff envelopes.
Every day, there's something new with this wedding. If I was working, would you be asking me to do all this? Or are you trying to give me chores to keep me occupied? And why are we doing so much when most likely it won't even be allowed to have this many people at the wedding?
Because Mark, what if we can't? What if we find out next week that the wedding can happen? And then we're SOL because no one was invited, because we never finished stuffing these envelopes. We still have 2 months. Do you know how much can change in 2 months?
Would we want to have it? Even if things did change in 2 months and those restrictions were lifted? Would we want all of our family and friends coming together, potentially spreading this disease, potentially dying, just to see us exchange vows and eat cake?
So now I want our families to die.
I never said that. Look, I'm asking you to take a minute to just realize what's happening in the world and understand that maybe having a wedding right now should be the least of our concerns. Turning a blind eye to the problems of the world is not going to solve anything.
It's not the least of my concerns. It's the only thing keeping me going. I know what's going on in the world, and it's terrifying. The wedding is my one ray of hope in this misery.
Ugh, you're being ridiculous.
I am so tired of having the same fight with you every single day. I'm not ridiculous. I just want to marry you. If that's ridiculous, then why did you propose?
Honestly, I have no clue now. Sorry.
Mark sits down next to Elizabeth and pats her hand. She pulls away and hands him an envelope. They sit silently as they naturally form a two-person assembly line. Mark takes notice of the gold foil embossed invitations in his hands.
These look really cool. How much were all of these?
Oh, I got this amazing 20% off deal. So all of these only came to $370.
Only? I thought we were tight on money since I'm not working.
We're tight on money for non-wedding things. We need to save our money for the wedding.
Oh, so groceries don't matter as long as the invitations have real nice, pretty gold flakes on them. This is too much, Liz.
What is?
This. I think we should postpone the wedding.
Because of the virus?
Oh, it's definitely part of the reason.
Please don't say that. Please don't start this again.
It's how I feel, Liz. I don't even know who you are anymore. I don't know who I am anymore. We don't talk about anything but the wedding.
Because we're getting married. We have a whole wedding to plan. And of course you know who I am. We're together 24/7. You said you didn't want to break up.
And I still don't.
And then you proposed to me. I thought that meant you wanted all of this. We haven't seen other people in months. It's no wonder you're feeling all of these things, but it doesn't mean we should just throw away our whole wedding. We need to put down our phones and work and video games once in a while and just spend real time together.
Maybe.
And listen, it's not even about the wedding. It's never been about the wedding. It's about the marriage. It's about you and me as husband and wife. Who cares about invitations or flowers or color schemes? All I want is you. Let's just do it.
What do you mean?
Let's get married. Here, tomorrow.
And how would we do that?
I saw it in a bride group I'm part of on Facebook. We're allowed to get our marriage certificate online, and we can even get married over video with an officiant. I'll spend the rest of the night decorating a little, and you can hang out in the bedroom and play games in there. I'll sleep in the guest room so that you don't see me the night before. And then in the morning, we'll get married. I'll set it all up. I'll make it happen. You just put on your tux and get ready for the ring. Well, what do you say?
Liz, I really think we should wait until the world is in a better place. Until I'm in a better place. You know, I can't feel like a failure of a person during our wedding. Maybe if I get that new Amazon interview when our parents can travel.
It'll be great. We'll surprise everyone once we're all done. Okay, so since I can't have a walking down the aisle moment, how about I just meet you at the altar? We can be back to back until the officiant tells us to start. And then when we turn around and see just how amazing we look in our suit and our dress, you'll finally be able to see me in my dress. Thank goodness we already bought so many decorations when Michael's was having that sale.
Elizabeth starts frantically decorating around the room, making multiple trips in and out of the second bedroom with fake flowers, streamers, etc. Mark goes back to the couch, defeated, and puts on sneakers. He watches her for a while, then sighs and shakes his head. He is defeated.
All right, so you get to your bedroom and I'll take care of the rest. Bring your video games. It'll be your last night as a bachelor.
I can't do this. I need air. I'll see you soon, Liz.
Walks out the door unnoticed.
Good night. I love you. See you tomorrow, Mr. Burnham. I can't wait to be Mrs. Burnham.
Lights up on the newly decorated living room. The TV has been removed from the console, and in its place are faux flowers, candles, and pictures of the couple from more sociable days. There's a handwritten sign hung above the console that says, Hashtag hunk of Burnham love. Elizabeth enters in a wedding gown, hair and makeup done but barefoot, with a laptop in her arms as she's speaking to the officiant online. She sets up her laptop in the center of the console altar while talking to someone on the other end.
Yes, we're ready. Mark, you ready? Okay, so just jump right into it. We don't need an opening speech, just the husband and wife part, okay?
All righty then.
Mark, make sure you're turned around and walk backwards so you don't see me. And try not to make too much sound while you come out here. I'm videotaping.
Elizabeth hurriedly grabs the newspaper bouquet she made the night before from the kitchen table and positions herself in front of the altar with her back to the front door and bedroom.
Are you both ready? The screen's frozen. I can't see you.
We're ready. Just start.
All right. Repeat after me. I, Elizabeth.
I, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth spins quickly around to an empty room. She stares in disbelief for a moment, listening. She realizes the second bedroom door is open, showing an empty room. She is alone. She slams her laptop shut, sinking to the floor. She picks up an invitation that must have fallen from the table last night and sobs. Blackout. Thank you, readers. Thank you, Becca. Our next play was written by Jessica Romanella, a current student at the Mount. And our readers will be Sierra Caban and Marin Smith. Readers, are you ready? Marin, you're muted. There we go.
Yes.
Hail Mary. Half the stage is lit, a visible wall keeping the other side dark. There's a bed resting against the wall on the lit portion of the stage. A young adult woman walks in, arms filled with grocery bags. She struggles as she attempts to take off a shoe with her arms full and stumbles into the wall. She drops her bags and yells in defeat. The other side of the stage lights up, the young adult on the other side staring incredulously at the wall. The room is bare except for a beanbag propped up against the wall and a nightstand.
Are you okay?
Ah!
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. It's just that I heard a loud bang and a yell. I didn't know if you needed help.
I'm fine. Just bit off more than I could chew with some groceries. Thanks.
Oh, no problem. Just being neighborly.
Do you always listen in on your neighbors?
I'm sorry?
I asked if you always listened in on your neighbors. You know, since you decided to talk to me through the wall, I presume you're sticking your ear against?
I didn't have my ear to the wall. It's just that these walls are super thin. That's why we can have a conversation right now.
I've never been able to hear any of my other neighbors through this wall.
That would be because I'm the first renter of this space. She just converted it from a storage closet into a room. Something about most buildings not taking in new tenants, scared of contaminated people or something.
That's the city for you. Hey, sorry for ripping your head off. It's just been stressful with all this curfew shit going on. I mean, I barely make it back in time between getting out of work, getting groceries, and walking all the way back here.
I get what you mean. This is the first time you've had to worry about curfew?
Yeah, I never really worked before, so I didn't have to. I was always home with my parents, and they kind of worried about everything like that.
Oh, so you were a Richie Rich type, huh?
The key word in your sentence there is were, past tense. That's not me anymore. Not who I wanted to be anyways.
Why the hell would you want to slum it?
Not slum it, just be my own person. Make my own name for myself. Be independent or whatever. I know it's probably not the best time to get out into the world, but this quarantine shit has been going on for like 3 years now, so I figured I'll be my own person or die trying.
So this was some kind of self-journey move.
Exactly, except you make me sound all self-righteous.
Are you not?
What's your name?
Excuse me?
Well, I just assumed if we're going to be passing judgments on people's lives, I should at least be able to know the name of the person doing so from a storage closet.
Okay. Wow, my name is Max.
Max is in the name that is commonly shared with a German Shepherd. You have a dog's name?
Yep, Max is in German Shepherd. What's your name, Miss Moneybags?
Cheap shot. My name is Evie.
I don't have a retort for that. I actually like that name.
Thanks. I'm named after my great grandmother.
That's weird. I'm named after my great-grandmother's dog.
I'm sorry about that. You pushed a button.
Nah, I deserved it. So, Evie Moneybags, what is this wonderful job you do?
It's not glamorous at all, actually. I help dispatch the collectors to homes where people have passed.
Oh, that's not glamorous at all. Do your people have any updates on when they estimate the spread will die down?
I wish. All they know is people die, they send out people to pick them up and incinerate the bodies, and they get paid. I swear, sometimes I hope one of us will keel over so it's one less paycheck they have to fill out and more money into their pockets.
Vultures.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, Evie, it's about time I leave you be and get ready for work.
You work now? It's past curfew.
Well, you see, someone's got to try to hack into the government servers from the safety of their beanbag, and that fella is me.
You expect me to believe you're a hacker for a living?
You can believe whatever you want. All I know is someone's got to try and find out what they're hiding from us.
Who even employs you? The agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Maybe. That's a secret for me to know and you to mind your business about.
Well then, have fun, Mr. Anonymous.
Lights down. Scene 2, lights up. The stage is the same. Evie comes in and immediately opens a bottle of tequila and begins swishing it around in her mouth and rubbing it on her palms and exposed parts of her arms. She breaks into a sob. We hear a knock on the wall.
Evie? Evie, what's wrong? Are you okay? Evie, answer me.
Someone coughed on me. They rode past me on a bike and coughed on me, so I'm gargling goddamn tequila and rubbing it on my arms to kill whatever that shit is.
Gargling tequila won't kill the plague, Evie. You know that. It's a super virus, and it's the most powerful we've seen since...
I know that, you goddamn nerd. But what else can I do? Just sit by and let myself die without even trying to help myself? I don't get any Hail Marys.
You do. You can get your Hail Mary. Maybe.
Lights down. Scene 3, lights up. Max is sitting with her back against the wall, laptop balancing on her legs. They're busy working.
Okay, so this website here says that it could just be the flu. I know we haven't had any flu cases here for years, but some strains can still be relevant and in circulation.
Wishful thinking, Max. The flu is almost eradicated. They've managed to cure everything else except this stupid fucking plague.
No, the flu isn't eradicated, just super uncommon nowadays, like HIV. That means people can still contract it, it's just not very common. Your symptoms are all aligned with those for the flu.
And the plague.
But it could be the flu, Evie. You can order an at-home test and know within minutes and get the antibiotics.
Do you know how expensive those tests are? I mean, for the common illnesses, they're crazy expensive, but for something that's almost been eradicated, I don't have the kind of money to waste, Max. If I don't pay my rent this month because I buy that test, I'm on the streets with the other contagions. Everyone looks down on them. They don't even care enough to take their bodies to the incinerator. They do it right there in the alleys.
I'll pay for it.
I can't let you.
I have the money. I have more than enough to pay for your antibiotics too. This nerdy hacking shit pays extremely well, Evie.
You don't even know me.
I know that you're named after your great-grandmother and that you're independent and wanting to do right by yourself. You're a good listener and your humor is at its best when you're landing some rude quips. I know that you always keep music playing in your apartment when you leave so people think someone's home. I know you like to make popcorn in the middle of the night when you can't fall asleep. And you like to say goodbye to me when you leave for work in the mornings, just loud enough for it to reach my apartment, even when you think I'm sleeping. I know you, Evie. Now please, let me buy you the damn test.
Okay. Thank you, Max.
Anything for a friend. There, ordered and it's on its way, just like that.
You're the best.
Wait a minute, could you say that again? Just so I have a recording of you saying that as proof.
Shut up.
She begins to laugh, but it turns into a body-racking cough.
Evie, are you okay? Evie, what's happening?
I'm fine. Just laughing. Too much air in and out too fast.
Shit, I'm sorry, Evie. That was my bad. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. I promise. Nothing some tea won't fix.
I really wish you would let me come over there and help you.
And risk getting you sick? No way. What happens when we both die and no one can call for the collectors? We'll be fine for the stink and the collectors in the afterlife.
I'm serious.
So am I. I'm not getting you sick. You've done enough for me already. I'm not going to take you down because of my own selfish behavior.
It'd hardly be selfish of you to accept my selfless offer.
And that's exactly why I'm not accepting your help. It'd be selfish of me to act so greedily when you'd be putting aside your health to make me the occasional cup of tea.
Has anyone ever told you you're stubborn?
As a mule.
How long does it take for the virus to
kill me? Not long. A lot of the times we get calls to the collectors out to people that had just contracted the virus a week beforehand. Other times it's as little as a few days, hours. Depends on the person, really. I beat some of our calls at this point. Maybe I'll beat them all.
I bet you will. You're strong.
You sound like my father. That's what he said to me before I left, that I'd make it out here because I'm strong. I've got pizzazz. That's the word he used.
He sounds like a cool guy.
Oh, he's the coolest. Max, I can't.
Evie? Evie, what's happening? Evie!
I can't.
She begins a coughing fit, falling to the ground, banging on the wall. Max jumps out of bed and scrambles to find her mask. Evie continues banging on the wall. As she finds the mask and begins to leave, the banging stops. Max stops in her tracks and slowly looks at the wall. She walks over to the wall and kneels beside it.
Evie? Evie, if you can hear me knock on the wall, even lightly will do. Just a scratch? Please?
Max waits a while but hears nothing. She lets out a loud sob. She gets up and walks over to the bed. She picks up the phone and dials a number.
Hi, I'd like to place a call for the collectors. It's for my neighbor, my friend, Evie. I thought she was just asleep or too tired to talk, but she's been quiet for too long and I'm worried it's gonna start to stink. I don't think she's sleeping. Yeah. We live in Corona, Queens, 38th Avenue, Musk Apartments, Unit 687, 6th floor. Thank you.
Max hangs up. She drops the phone on the floor and lies down on the bed, pulling the blankets above her head. A knock on the door.
What do you want?
Hi, this is Taylor. I'm with Sampling at Home. I've got a test kit here for an Evie Meadows.
Blackout. Thank you. Our third play is actually a play that I wrote, and our readers today are going to be our own Elizabeth Harper and alum Alex Flores. Readers, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
See you soon. The play takes place in Mom's apartment. It has style, but it's inviting. She has pictures of her family, children, and grandchildren prominently displayed. It's a space where Mom is happy. It is mid-February 2020. There's the sound of a dryer buzzer. Mom crosses the stage from her bedroom to get her clothing from the dryer. She has a quick and purposeful walk. As she exits, the doorbell rings.
Come in. The door's unlocked.
Son enters. He has a bag with some strawberries and a bouquet of flowers.
It's me, Mom. Are you all right?
Mom enters with a small armful of laundry and crosses towards her bedroom.
Of course I'm all right. I promise I'll call if I break my hip.
I just don't want you.
Hold that thought. I want to put these in my room.
Mom exits into her bedroom.
I got you some flowers, yellow roses. They were on sale and still looked pretty good. So, and I also got some strawberries. They were buy one, get one. I probably should have just gotten one, but I couldn't let a freebie go. We won't eat 2 cartons before they go bad, so I thought maybe you'd like one.
How blessed I feel having a son that buys things for me that when they're on sale. Maybe I should start sending you pictures from the circular.
Stop. That's not what I meant. I shouldn't have mentioned the sale.
I saw cat food was 2 for $1 this week. Get enough and I can live for months.
Mom, I'd at least spring for the premium stuff.
You've always been my most caring child.
Do you want me to put the strawberries in the fridge?
It's probably better that you take them home. I'm not sure I have time to eat them. I'm trying to eat what I have before I leave on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
When we fly out for the cruise.
You're not still going?
Well, yeah, yes.
After what was on the news?
I don't pay any attention to the news anymore.
I don't think it's a good idea to go on a cruise.
Why? Your aunt and I already paid for the tickets.
You have to have heard about what happened last week. 4 people are in the hospital, and who knows how many passengers will get sick.
That was Royal Caribbean and we're on Norwegian.
It's not about the cruise line. Any cruise ship is dangerous.
I got an email from Norwegian this morning and they say everything is safe. Do you want to read it?
She pulls out her phone and looks for the email.
No, I don't need to read their marketing pitch.
Look, here it is. Look. They're going to do extra sanitation. It probably isn't necessary, but.
Yeah, I see that.
I remember when we had to do that at school. It was a nightmare.
There's nothing here about the coronavirus. They're just saying they're cleaning more so that you won't cancel.
Well, it worked then.
They don't have any idea whether or not it's safe.
I think they know their business better than you.
Well, they're going to tell you whatever it takes to keep you from demanding a refund.
They're not going to fill up a ship with people and then have them all get sick and sue the company out of existence. They said they are working with the CDC to make sure everyone stays healthy.
No, they said they could work with the CDC, not that they are.
You're so cynical.
I'm an advertiser. I understand everything they're trying to do.
I'm sure those roses are nice, even if they were on sale.
Mom, I don't want you and Aunt Kathy to go.
I should use them as a centerpiece. They probably won't last much past Wednesday anyway.
I'm serious, Mom.
Yes, you are. Now give me the flowers and I'll put them in a vase.
Mom.
Son's phone rings and he answers it.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, that's fine. I'll look at it tomorrow. It's not anything that will derail the account. I'm not really able to right now, but first thing in the morning, I'll come in early. I know, but they've been like this before. They're one of my high maintenance clients. Okay? No, you're right. I need to do some maintenance. I'll take care of it now. I'm on it. I'll come in and look at the file. I'll call you when I get some word from them. All right, bye.
Son puts the phone away. Mom enters from the kitchen with the flowers in a vase.
Damn it. Mom, I gotta go soon. Work. Can we please make a decision on this cruise now?
You just got here and now you're leaving?
I know. I'm sorry, but there's a problem with the client.
Don't let me get in the way of your client.
Don't be like that. I can't control work.
I'm glad I'm not in the way of your work. This is the first time I've spoken to you in 2 weeks, and I was blessed to get a few minutes before you ran away.
It's not like I planned this. You heard my phone ring. I tried to put it off until tomorrow.
Of course, something always comes up.
That's so unfair.
Is it? You're the closest of my children. I talk to you the least.
I see you at least once a month, and I call you when I have time.
Your brother and sister call at least once a week.
Jason hasn't seen you since summer, and Meg since Christmas.
When I retired, I thought I'd have more time to spend with you and the girls, but I hardly ever see you.
It's work. I'd love to be able to spend more time with you.
I'm here by myself all day. I could always come over to your house. We could have dinner sometime.
You know you can come over anytime. You don't need an invitation.
Anytime I ask, you say they're not going to be home.
We're busy. We both work. The girls have practice. What do you want from me?
I'd like it if you wanted to spend time with your mother.
That's not fair. You know I want to. We all want to.
How would I know that? It's not like you come to visit all the time. I should have stayed at the school.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'll see what I can do. Now, what about the cruise?
What about it?
Well, tell me what you're doing.
Oh, of course. It's 5 days and 6 nights. We have a
Mom.
cabin with a deck, all drinks.
Mom.
All drinks are included. We'll spend a day on a private beach.
Mom!
We might go snorkeling, but Kathy's afraid she'll drown.
That's not what I meant.
They have a nightclub, so I'm working on my dance moves, salsa. Maybe I'll meet someone nice who I can't live without.
You shouldn't go.
I'm going.
I don't want you to.
I know.
Then why won't you listen to me?
You sound like your father.
I'm serious, Mom.
Now you really sound like your father.
You should stay here.
I'll be fine.
You don't know that.
I don't know that I won't fall overboard either, but I'm willing to take the chance.
These ships are germ factories.
4 people got sick out of how many thousands of passengers? You're worrying too much.
I'm not.
You absolutely are.
I don't want you to get sick.
I'm not going to get sick. You've never been on a cruise. We don't go around licking the railings and sneezing in each other's drinks. The ship has a complete medical facility.
Thousands of people have died in China.
China's a big country.
Thousands in one city.
Yeah, that's terrible. But we aren't cruising to China.
It's a virus, Mom. It's already out of China. I was watching a video online that showed how quickly it could spread to every country in the world.
Didn't you tell me once not to believe everything I see online?
This one was backed by science.
Oh, I see. I'm glad you know where to get the science. Didn't you say you had to go to work?
Don't change the subject again.
It's just so important. You shouldn't waste your time here.
Mom, I don't want to fight. I know I can't make you stay home.
No, you can't.
I know, it's your decision. But I'm worried that this isn't safe and you're not taking any of this seriously.
I understand that you're worried, and I really, really appreciate that, but I don't think it's unsafe. If I did, we wouldn't go. Nothing bad is going to happen. Before you know it, I'll be back home pestering you to come over.
What does Aunt Kathy think?
About a virus? I have no idea. We haven't talked about it.
Well, I wish you would talk to her.
Kathy's only interest is in food. She already planned how we can do both the dessert spectacular and the midnight buffet.
I'll call her.
No, that won't help. You'll scare her.
Well, she needs to know what's going on.
The last thing she needs is a panic attack over a killer disease. You know how she gets. She wouldn't leave the house after that poor woman got Ebola.
I won't give her a panic attack. I'll just give her the facts.
No.
Somebody has to make sure that she knows the risks.
It can wait.
If you won't talk to her, I will.
Okay.
You'll talk to Aunt Kathy?
Yes, I'll talk to Kathy.
Thank you. If she says she's not going, will you stay home?
Yes. It wouldn't be any fun by myself. It'd just be the same as here.
Good.
If she still wants to go, though, we're going.
We'll talk about that later.
It's really not your decision.
Son's phone rings. He checks, but does not answer.
That's work. I really do have to go.
But before you go, do you have any pictures from Saturday's game?
I thought Jess posted some.
Not yet. All I saw yesterday was that they won.
Son looks at his phone and finds the pictures while talking.
Yeah, it was close the first half, but then they pulled away. Emma had 10 points and Abby had 12. They both looked good.
It's been since last season that I saw them play. I'd love to come to one of their games.
It's just hard with travel teams. We have to leave early and the car's always full of crap. Most of the games are at least half an hour away.
I don't mind following in my own car.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, here they are.
Hands the phone to Mom.
Emma's shooting threes now?
And not making very many. It drives the coach crazy, but I told her it's the only way to learn. She practices basically every day.
She'll get better. Oh, that's a great picture of Abby's rebound.
Isn't it? She's a beast. Some of the other girls are a little scared of her, I think.
A little intimidation goes a long way.
She's learning how to go right up to the line of fouling, but not over it.
You can't be too nice if you want to win. Handshakes are for after the game.
Let me show you the one with me and the girls. They look so grown up now.
Oh my gosh, I remember when they were on their first team.
They're already picking out cars.
They deserve whatever car they want.
I was thinking of an old Renault, like you and Dad made me drive.
The girls deserve something better than that. You make plenty of money.
Oh, we'll see. We've got a few years.
They go fast. Don't waste the time you have.
I know. I just wish I had more time. Speaking of, I need to get to the office.
Don't forget the strawberries.
Right.
He gets the strawberries.
I love you.
Please think about the cruise. It's dangerous.
I will.
And call Aunt Kathy.
I will.
Bye.
Let me know about the next game. I really love to see them play this season.
Yeah, I'll check.
And you can come by more often, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'll talk to Jess and see when we can do dinner.
I'd like that.
See you soon.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Son leaves. Mom sets the flowers as a centerpiece. She exits to continue packing. Bye. And our final play today, written by Lauren Roberts. And it's going to have Atticus Salazar as a reader, Todd Weaver, the return of Thomas Solly Sullivan, and Lauren is going to read the part of the officer. Readers, are you ready?
For sure.
We're ready.
Ready.
Phase 47. Andy and Harold are average guys in their mid-20s. They have been friends for quite a few years. Calvin is part of their group of friends, but he is a little odd. He is into conspiracy theories, but twists them up into his own head, making his life very difficult. Outdoor dining at a pop-up restaurant. Somewhere in the scene is a big, colorful banner. The banner should be similar to one you might find at a 5-year-old's birthday party. It reads, "Welcome to Phase 47. It's slightly better than Phase 46. The time is in the not so distant future. There are new laws in place to keep people safe and law-abiding. Some of the laws make sense, but others are far-fetched and seem silly. Everyone has the same government-issued device around their neck. They are essentially shot collars. Whenever someone breaks one of the new laws, they get a zap. The scene opens with Andy and Harold already seated, waiting for Calvin. The server makes an appearance and brings popcorn or some other snack to the table. The server will make several appearances throughout the scene, and it should be noted that every time she appears, she is wearing something different. This should be obvious to the audience, but not the other characters."
Did you text him again? I'm worried about him.
You're always worried. That's part of your charm. He said he'd be here at 2.
It's 2:07. We could have ordered by now. I don't have all day.
All right, hold on.
Pulls out phone to text Calvin.
There, happy.
So, how did you hear about this place? Is it new?
I guess it's just here for a couple of weeks to celebrate the new phase. At least that's what the coupon said.
A coupon? Let me see.
Here. It said like a deal that was too good to pass up.
Buy a dozen mozzarella sticks and we'll upgrade you to baker dozens at no extra charge. Seriously? You fell for this?
I got excited, okay? You know I get excited for coupons.
The duo continue to sit and pick at their snack on the table. Suddenly, Calvin enters. He looks winded, sweaty, and slightly panicked.
What's up?
I thought we agreed at 2.
I parked my car at 2.
Where the hell did you park?
Smith Street.
That's 6 blocks from here.
Yeah, it is.
But why?
I don't need Big Brother knowing where I am. Don't you know the GPS in your car is actually there so they can always find you? This way, they think I'm there, but I'm really here.
Where's your phone?
In my pocket.
You do know your phone has GPS and tracks you, on like social media apps, right?
Yeah, but it's not really me.
What?
See, I always use that dog filter with the tongue sticking out. So that way, they think I'm just some cute puppy or an Instagram influencer. They don't know I'm just some loser from Poughkeepsie.
He pulls out his phone to show them examples.
Ugh.
The server shows up at the table with a tablet for the gang to place their orders. She's wearing the same outfit as her first appearance. Looking at Calvin's phone.
Cute dog.
See?
Anyway, what are you guys getting?
2 dozen wings for me.
Are you in a diet?
I am.
That's like 4,000 calories, dude.
No, it's not. Wings aren't even food. They said so back in 2020. Way back when the spaces were just in single digits.
You know they changed the rules, right? Wings are food again. I believe that happened in phase 23.
Well, either way, if they're not food, where do they go when you eat them?
Who knows? Not to my thighs.
I think I'll play it safe and get a chef salad. Oh, and my mozzarella sticks.
I'm gonna go wild and have a veggie burger and IPA.
He suddenly gets jolted by his shot collar.
Oh, what the hell? What did I do?
Can't order an IPA if you don't have a man bun.
Seriously, that's new?
Yeah, dude. Here, take this.
Harold pulls out a clip-on man bun and hands it to Andy. Andy clips on the man bun, orders the IPA, then hands the clip-on back to Harold.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah, I heard about that yesterday. Order me an IPA too.
Calvin gets zapped by the shot collar since he does not have a man bun.
Calvin, what is wrong with you? Why did you do that?
I find the zaps exhilarating.
Of course you do.
All right, orders in.
Sweet.
Server walks over to the table to pick up the tablet. She's in another different wig and or glasses. She shakes her head at Calvin's antics, then leaves.
It's really great that they hired so many people here. Really helps stimulate the economy or something.
Yeah. Kind of weird to have so many people working when we're the only ones here, though. Would have thought the coupon would have drawn more crowds.
That lame ass coupon is probably what's keeping them away.
Whatever.
So, what's everyone been up to?
Same old, same old.
What do you mean same old, same old? Nothing's the same.
I know that. What do you want me to say? Different new? Doesn't really roll off the tongue. Just trying to make conversation.
The sneeze sends everyone into a tizzy. Andy ducks under the table. The server pops into the scene with a can of disinfectant. Again, in a different outfit. After a quick spray of the air, she leaves and the guys try to compose themselves.
Sorry, I guess old habits never die. Anyways, what have you been up to, Calvin?
Making the most out of my new accessory.
Points to his shot collar.
Trying to make every stupid rule that I can.
You're a true hero, you know that?
I do what I can.
Were you dropped a lot as a kid? Did your parents not hug you enough?
Well, I'm not a big hugger. Oh, but will it get me zapped? Come here, Andy.
Calvin lunges at Andy.
You knock it off? Grow up, dude. Just because they said that hugs less than 4 seconds are okay does not mean I'm okay with it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. By the way, how's your job at GameStop working out?
Hey, shut your mouth. I'm a key holder now, so there.
Will you both just knock it off? We haven't seen each other in weeks, and this is how you act?
Tell him that.
Yeesh.
Tell him that. He's weird.
Weird. I'm trying to outsmart the whole thing. These rules are ridiculous, and so are these shock collars. Do they really think this little zap is going to stop us from breaking laws?
Well, stop me from ordering an IPA.
Seriously. These little zaps are nothing. Come on, do something else wrong. I promise you'll get used to it. You might even like it.
Fine. Give me something I can do right now.
Duck face selfies. Don't ask how I know that.
Come on, I'll do it with you.
Ugh, fine.
Harold and Calvin take their phones out and take duck face selfies. They both react to the zaps, but Calvin clearly has an easier time taking it.
Whew. See, that wasn't so bad.
Oh, Jesus. Speak for yourself.
Looking to Andy and pulling his collar away from his skin.
Does this look burnt to you?
Maybe just sunburn.
Calvin continues to take selfies. Harold and Andy soon join in. The trio keep getting zapped, but are laughing through it. Shortly after, the server brings their food. Again, she's wearing a different outfit.
Finally, I'm starving.
Ooh, these look great.
Picks up his phone to take a picture of his food and gets zapped.
Hey, I found another one.
Really? Well, I guess this is a bad time to be a food blogger.
Or is it?
The gang all start taking pictures of their food. For a more intense zap, they take selfies with their food. Soon, they're in hysterics.
All right, I'll be right back. Nature calls.
Calvin exits. Andy and Harold remain at the table. Shortly after Calvin exits, the server comes back out, but she is now a police officer.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Vincent Callan.
Who?
Vincent Callan. We have reason to believe that he is here.
Never heard of him before.
We have his phone tracked to this exact location. Actually, right in this empty chair.
I don't know what to say, officer.
Calvin walks back in. He immediately starts to panic upon seeing the officer.
Stop right there, Mr. Callan.
That's not Vincent Callan. That's Calvin. Calvin, what's your last name?
It's just Calvin. Like Cher.
Give it up, Vincent. We've been following you and your cute puppy antics all week. You're slippery, but we got your friends to bring you here right to us.
What are you talking about? You guys were in on this?
No way, man.
I suggested this place because they sent me a coupon.
A coupon for one free mozzarella stick. But we knew you'd be too excited to realize just how bad it was. We know how you get with coupons.
What did it even do that was so wrong that you had to do all of this?
Crocs with socks more than 4 times in a 7-day period. A horrendous crime against humanity.
But once you start wearing Crocs, you can't stop. They should be charged for being so ugly, but so comfortable.
Come with me. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And don't try to hide from us. It's impossible. I'm sorry for the interruption, gentlemen. Please enjoy your meal.
Officer escorts Calvin off, leaving Andy and Harold alone at the table. They exchange looks and begin counting days on their fingers. This gesture has to be over the top and obvious. They share a panicked look and simultaneously reach under the table. When they pull their hands up, they are both holding socks. They toss the socks and stand up to leave the table. As they walk away, we see that they're both wearing Crocs. Blackout. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, readers. Thank you, playwrights. Again, our playwrights are in the order that we went. Becca Ferretti, Jessica Romanello, myself, and Lauren Roberts. Does anybody have any comments or questions? Or I wasn't following the chat. If there's anything in the chat, Viv, let me know.
Just some, everybody's great job. Somebody talked about the second play took a turn. And people loved it. Somebody said it was depressing. Somebody commented, these plays have been great. Thanks for the entertainment. Good job, well done. Those all comments that are positive. Awesome job, everyone. Wonderful job. Great job, playwrights. So
Does
how
anyone
long
have
did
any-
everybody, I would ask, how long is everybody working on these?
We started late spring, early summer. I think everybody is on either their third or fourth draft at this point.
Great.
So this was really great over Zoom. Did you guys do anything different than you would have for either writing the plays or how you are performing them, given the medium that we're using?
In terms of performing, no. I'll let any of the playwrights, Jess, Lauren, Becca, if you've got anything.
I wrote it as if it was being performed on stage, just for the eventuality of it hopefully being performed on stage. So, you know, whatever Zoom performance was going to occur from that, I was happy with.
Same.
I'd say probably the only thing that we really had to figure out was what stage directions need to get read. How much visual information are we going to provide that way?
Great, thanks.
You're not mistaken about that, Jim Tarvin. 2 of them got married. At least Becca, I think, was going through. I shouldn't speak for Becca, but I think Becca was living out her anxiety through her play.
Yeah, I was. But the funny part is, if any of you have met John Ferretti, he went to Mount St. Mary College for a year and a half or 2 years. It was mostly my internal monologue. He just, oh, okay, sure, we'll postpone. Okay, do you want to cancel? I don't care. My anxiety was that Phillips was actually our officiant, and it was important for me to have him involved. But we actually just ended up eloping in Maine 2 weeks ago, and hopefully are having a wedding next year.
So is marriage a cry for help? That's a question that those of us married are never going to answer. Any other questions from anybody? Well, I want to thank Evan for all the work that you do with iROC over the year, not just this, but you do a ton of work with research here on campus, and you're probably not appreciated enough, but I know the faculty is very appreciative of all that you do to give us an opportunity to share what we're working on.